Have a close look at this. 999 prismatic shards from this fish pond. You saw that right. So this here is a rainbow trout fish pond that produced some prismatic shards, and I just got 999 prismatic shards from that. Do you want to see the process of how that happened? Of course, no, you don't want to see. Okay, we're done. We're going to Animal Well. So to begin with, I need to get a prismatic shard into the fish pond. I'm on Legacy RNG for ease of how to perform this, but this can work on new RNG as well. So we want to wake up on the 22nd with the fish pond on one of these tiles, the top left on one of these tiles. That will get us a prismatic shard. So we're going to bring up a build menu to move the fish pond around, and we're going to put it there. That's one of the spots. So when we wake up in the morning tomorrow, there will be a prismatic shard in there. Let's prove that. Boom, prismatic shard. This is 2 prismatic shards. Why do you think that produced 2 prismatic shards? We have an animal cracker in this pond. So the fish produced a prismatic shard, and then the animal cracker doubled that. Let's reload, because we're not harvesting it yet, because we're getting this up to 999. In order for me to get more prismatic shards in here, I need this fish pond to produce nothing. So to help with that, we are going to get all of the fish except for one. You want a fish there, Gordon? Here. You're welcome. So now that we're down to 1 fish, we are going to make sure that this fish pond is on a tile that's not going to produce anything tomorrow. Okay, we're going to place it that tile there. This tile here, I believe it was. If I go to sleep now, how many prismatic shards are we going to have in this fish pond tomorrow? If I sleep, how many prismatic shards are going to be in that fish pond? If I sleep again, how many prismatic shards are going to be in that fish pond? If I sleep again, I think you see what's going on here. 64, 128, 256, 512, 999 prismatic shards from 1 fish pond. You sleep 9 days, you get 999 prismatic shards. That's 2 million gold. That is 2 million G that I just earned. And that was over 9 days. But, let's keep the 999 in there, shall we? Let's make it so that I can only take in about 500. I can only take in 499 of these prismatic shards into my inventory. Will that work? 499. Now, what if I sleep? How many prismatic shards am I gonna get now? And how about now? You can consistently get 499 of these prismatic shards each day. That's 1 million gold a day from 1 fish pond. 1 million G, just under 998,000 G. Now, what's going to happen if I sleep again? Trick question. The fish pond was on a tile that the object got overwritten. So you've got to make sure that the fish pond overnight is not going to provide any object. So I would need to move this fish pond somewhere else in order to keep doing that. But a golden cracker on a fish pond on strategically placed tiles is just going to consistently double and double and double and double and double. How is this discovered? Good question. On Saturday in the Do Crew Discord, it all started. This entire thing started. Let me scroll up and find it. It started with a question. This is a public channel in the Discord, so I'm just going to do this. It started with a question from Pixel. Does anyone who understands fish ponds better than I do know why now with golden animal crackers they can give an absurd amount of roe? Picture here, 128 slimejack roe. This is a good question. Usually you get 2 to 4 and occasionally 6 to 10, but there's sometimes it's just like, here you go, have 128 roe. So I dug into the code. So this is at 1:13, 9 minutes later, I responded. I'll show you the code here, but this message, I hadn't noticed that change. Row has a rolling 20% chance to increase, then gets doubled with animal cracker. However, if the initial check for an item fails, then this applies to the previous day's produce, i.e. it gets doubled again on a new day. I'm going to explore this next string. Hello! Let's explore that. Let's look into the code to see what causes this to happen. This here is demonic mermaid. Please be usable, please be usable, please be usable, please be usable. Oh, and 128 slime eggs. 128. How about a full stack? Okay, so let's come into the code. Let's go fishpond. So this is day update. Overnight, when you sleep, this happens. If you have anything in the fishpond, you can't bring the occupants down to 0, because if you do, this entire bit here is skipped. So you need at least one in there. Then the first thing it does is it makes a seeded random, and then has this check here. If the random number is less than lerp 0.15, 0.95, and current occupants over 10. So this is checked to see, are we going to try to produce anything in this fish pond? If you hit this check, then set the output to the result of this get fish produce, which means that if this check doesn't hit, then it's not going to set the fish pond output. This lerp here, if we peek at that, it's just a bit of math. So 0.15, 0.95 at 1, the current occupants is 0.1. So 0.15 plus 0.08. So that is a 23% chance for a fish pond to produce something overnight when you have 1 occupant in there. And for every occupant that increases, that is another 8%. So it goes up to 95%. So if you keep that number low, then you're going to completely skip this check here. And we want to skip that check there, because if you don't overwrite the value of output, if you have a golden animal cracker and there is something in there, double the stack. So this is what we were abusing. So you get the initial item, then you ensure that you miss this check so that you double the stack. The next day you miss this check, you double the stack. The next day you miss this check, you double the stack. Keep on doing that till you get the stack to 999. And then all the other stuff in here about adding fish to it and doing quests and the like. But this bit here, miss that check so that the output value doesn't get overwritten, and then double the stack. Just abuse that over and over and over and over. Please be usable on general items. I want 128 tiger slime eggs. Yep. When this was discovered, I wasn't at my computer. I was just looking at my phone. I've got on my phone, I can access the text files for the source code. So I don't have a development environment on my phone, but I can just search the text files. So I was looking at all this from my phone, just from plain text. Oh yeah, here's an interesting thing. If you don't get the full stack, you don't get any XP. It would be awesome if the XP scaled with the stack. You get a stack of 999 tiger slime eggs, and that gives you like 27,000 fishing XP from one harvest. A lot of discussion here. This is in the general channel on the Dupe Discord, discussing about how we can actually use this. This is tech that I can build a route around for seeded perfection. This is tech that you can build a route around for unseeded perfection, because we can use results of RNG to predict other RNG. On a specific tile, we can keep an eye on it to see when it produces, and if you note we are in that cycle, then that gives you all the information that you need. So Alexa here jumped on this and confirmed that it works, got to 999 tiger trout row, and threw together a quick video. Bookmark this, go watch it later, go subscribe to Alexion. And then Alexa came up with some steps. Find a specific spot in the pattern. The specific spot is no row, row. Note down the current location of the fish pond. Let's follow these steps. So we're going to do this for row. And to make it easier, we're going to change this out so that we don't have to worry about fishing fish out. We're just going to do tiger trout never spawn, it always stays at 1. So it makes this a lot easier to do. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to find that pattern. And that pattern is no row until you find row. Let's move this so it's down here, so we've got space to work with. So let's do this. So no row, no row. So now as soon as we hit row, we know where we are in the pattern. So I'm not using the predictor. Tomorrow is a festival, of course it is. It's annoying when you can't sleep on your own farm, when these pesky townsfolk are having their own celebrations off in the middle of the town. Come on, tiger trout, you can do it. There we go, row. And of course it's when there's green rain, go away. Okay, so we have hit this pattern. Step 1, find the specific spot in the pattern. The specific spot is no row, row. Cool. Note down the current location of fish pond. I use a stone owl. These do the same. Be prepared to move specific quantities left and right. I place down path to help with that. Okay, so we're going to mark this. We're going to be copycats. I'm going to put a stone owl down there. Okay, sleep once. I forgot to do something. Cool. Sleep once. From here, the sleeping and movement is consistent. Move the fish pond forward to the right. Sleep 10 times. Move the fish pond forward to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and sleep. We find the pattern. We make one move. 1, 2, 3, 8. So just from that one pattern, just sleeping until we got row, and then moving the fish pond once, and just once, 999 tiger trout row. I did that without looking at the predictor. I did that without knowing the seed. Just a simple fish pond move, and I got a full stack of tiger trout row. And Alexa here has so many more steps to sleep. Do it another 9, another 11, another 12, another 9, another 9, another 7. We've now slept 67 times. Return to step 3. And as we showed before, that you take half of the stack and then you get half the stack again the next day. And this pattern works for any fish pond, for any item in the fish pond. There's patterns that we're going to come up with. What Alexa provided here was done like 6 hours after this was first discovered. And this here is a pretty strong pattern. And there's probably more tools that we can do around this. So what is the most valuable item you can get from a fish pond? Anyone know? Not prismatic shard, not pearl. The best item you can get is tiger slime egg from a lionfish. One tiger slime egg sells for 8,000 G. So if you're getting 499 tiger slime eggs a day, that is just under 4 million G a day. We can use this in our perfection runs. One fish pond, 10 tiger slimes, 4 million G a day. And not only that, we can use it with octopus to get omnigeodes. You can get stacks of omnigeodes, which you trade for the treasure chests to... That's a question. Do you go for treasure chests or do you go for treasure totems? But you can stack the omnigeodes in order for opening them to get your minerals, to get your desert war totems. So this is powerful. This is super powerful, but you are stuck behind mastery. You need to be able to claim farming mastery. You need to be able to get your hands on a golden animal cracker in order to get this going. So it takes a bit of setup. Also, we've seen here how it is theoretically possible to do this unseeded. You can make a lot of money fast. Well, not only is it theoretically possible, but Alexa has already used it in the perfection run. Open perfection, waiver full perfection. Here is another video for you to bookmark and watch later. Alexa has already used this tech in a speed run to purchase all the waivers for perfection. And this is just a first attempt. So I suppose there's going to be a debate. There's going to be the question of, do we allow this in speedruns? Personally, I think that it's busted, but it's in the same vein as how Casino is busted. And it takes a lot more setup to get going. Like you need level 10 on all skills first. Should Concerned Ape fix it? Maybe. I don't think that the development team are aware of it. I'm going to draw their attention to it. They will be aware of it soon, but I just wanted to show this off first. 9 days to get to a stack. Is it technically a glitch? It's not a glitch. It could be unintended. It's easy enough to fix. You put this code up here. You put it within this if statement so that it only doubles anything that has just been set. So if we see it fixed, oh well. If it is fixed, we have it on patches 1.6, 1.6.1, 1.6.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. So then the question comes, do we allow it in speedruns? I can't make that decision by myself. The gating and mastery keeps it fairly balanced in terms of speedrunning, yeah. Yeah, it's an exploit. It's not a glitch, but it's an exploit. The animal cracker is doing its intended effect of doubling the output. It's just a matter of where it doubles that allows it to be exploitable. but it's neat. Is it only doable on legacy RNG? No, it's possible to do on new RNG. You can use the predictor to let you know where to place the fish pond to ensure that it's going to double. It's just that on legacy RNG, you just move the fish pond once and then get your full stack of items. A lot more setup than casino, but once you got it rolling, the money comes in a lot faster. If only we still had casino. One of the reasons why I haven't routed Seeded Perfection yet, it's still on my to-do list, but the reason why I haven't done it yet is because I haven't had anything to build the route around that seeded has a massive advantage in over unseeded. So for 1.5, that advantage was the casino. In unseeded, you can't manipulate the casino to give you your billions of Qui coins in order to convert to the farm walk tokens to get your money. But I was able to build a route around that for 1.5. And before 1.6 got released, Concerned Ape made the decision to limit the items you can get from the casino, which is weird because it seems like his philosophy for things like this was that he'd leave it in the game for those that liked doing it and liked enjoying it, that liked performing it. Like the naming yourself item names to give you those items. He has explicitly left that in the game. Like hammer spam, he explicitly left that in the game. It's weird how the casino, a thing that pretty much only nerfs me, was removed. The exploit of that was removed. I find that weird. I do expect to see this changed, but we'll see. I'll make the case to leave it in, and I might even bring up casino at the same time. Like, can we have that back? But we do have released version of 1.6 Stardew that this tech is in the game, so it might be that 1.6.8 is the patch that I use for building a Seeded Perfection run. Can someone give a TLDR of what this exploit is? Fish ponds with animal crackers double the output, and they do that each day. As long as no new item is produced from the fish pond, the previous 8 items are doubled, which means it gets doubled, then doubled again, then doubled again, then doubled again, then doubled again. Do that 9 times to get a full stack of items. Busted. Exploitable.